Hello everyone. My name is Noah James Gonzalez. Friends and families call me Nonong Gonzalez, a name given to me by my grandpa which I like, and a name which established my identity. I invite you, together with my mom Angelia, Grandma Nancy, Tita Gian, and my grandpa Jimmy, to come travel with me as I journey around the world to see the beautiful places, its people and culture, and taste its native delicacies. The earliest significant contact of the island with Spain occurred in 1565. On March 25, it's March 16 in the Julian calendar, a Spanish explorer named Miguel López de Legazpi arrived in Bohol, seeking spices and gold. After convincing the native chieftains that they were not Portuguese, who raided the islands of Mactan in 1521, Legazpi made a peace pact with Datu Sikatuna. This pact was signified with a blood compact between the two men. This event, called the Sandugo, or One Blood, is celebrated in Bohol every year during the Sandugo Festival. The Sandugo, or blood compact, is also depicted on Bohol's provincial flag and the Bohol provincial seal. Two significant revolts occurred in Bohol during the Spanish era. One was the Tamblot Uprising in 1621, led by Tamblot, a Babaylan or native priest. The other was the famous Dagohoy Rebellion, considered the longest in Philippine history. This rebellion was led by Francisco Dagohoy, also known as Francisco Sendrijas, from 1744 to 1829. Politically, Bohol was administered as a residencia of Cebu. It became a separate politico-military province on July 22, 1854, together with Siquijor. A census in 1879 found Bohol with a population of 253,103, distributed among 34 municipalities. The culture of the Boholanos was influenced by Spain and Mexico during colonization. Many traditional dances, music, dishes, and other aspects of the culture have considerable Hispanic influence. Bohol was first settled by the Iskaya tribe, who still inhabit the island today. Their population also was absorbed into the Austronesian, Malayo, Polynesian peoples, who later settled the islands and formed the majority of the population. The Austronesian people living on Bohol traded with other islands in the Philippines and as far as China and Borneo. The people of Bohol are said to be the descendants of a group of inhabitants who settled in the Philippines called Pintados or Tattooed Ones. Boholanos already had a culture of their own, as evidenced by artifacts unearthed at Mansasat, Tagbilaran, and in Dawis and Panglao. By 1563, before the full Spanish colonization agenda came to Bohol, the Kidatuan of Dapitan was at war with the Sultanate of Ternate and the Moluccas, who were also raiding the Rajahnate of Butuan. At the time, Dapitan was ruled by two brothers named the Ilisan and Pagbuaya. The Ternatians at the time were allied to the Portuguese. Dapitan was destroyed and Datu the Ilisan was killed in battle. His brother Datu Pagbuaya, together with his people, fled back to Mindanao and established a new Dapitan in the northern coast of the Zamboanga Peninsula. When the Spanish came, the people of Dapitan were influential in the Spanish conquest of the Sultanate of Ternate and the Christian colonization of northern Mindanao. Bohol is derived from the word buho or Bohol. The island was the seat of the first international treaty of peace and unity between the native Datu King Sikatuna and Spanish conquistador Miguel López de Legazpi on March 16, 1565 through a blood compact alliance known today by the many Filipinos as the Sandugo. After the United States defeated Spain in the Spanish-American War, the U.S. bought the entire Philippine Islands. However, under the newly proclaimed independent government established by General Emilio Aguinaldo, which was not recognized by the U.S., Bohol was governed as a gobierno de canton. During the resulting Philippine-American War, American troops peacefully took over the island on March 1899. However, in January 1901, Pedro Sanson led 2,000 and rebellion due to the harsh treatment imparted by these troops and the destruction they caused. General Hughes led a campaign of repression in October 1901, destroying a number of towns and threatening in December 1901 to burn Tagbilaran if the rebels did not surrender. Pantaleon E. del Rosario then negotiated the rebels' surrender. On March 10, 1917, the Americans made Bohol a separate province under Act 2711, which also established most of the other Philippine provinces. At 8:12 a.m. on October 15, 2013, the island province suffered a severe earthquake with a magnitude of 7.2 on the Richter scale. Its epicenter was at 9 degree 52 minutes north, 124 degree 4 minutes east, south 24 degrees west of Sagbayan, and 629 kilometers from Manila, and its depth of focus was 12 kilometers. The quake was felt as far as Davao City in Mindanao. According to officials' report by the National Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Council, 57 people died in Bohol and 104 were injured. The Great Wall of Bohol, or the North Bohol Fault, is a reverse fault, was discovered on October 15, 2013 during the 2013 Bohol earthquake. It became one of the tourist attractions in Bohol province. It was the deadliest earthquake in the Philippines since the 7.8 magnitude 1990 Luzon earthquake. Earlier that same year, Bohol was struck by an earthquake on February 8, 1990, with an epicenter almost exactly the same as in 2013, causing 6 fatalities and 200 injured. Several buildings were damaged and it caused a tsunami. As I pause here, I hope you enjoy our ride. Don't forget to watch my next episode and please hit the red subscribe button below for it means so much for me. Until next time, thank you so much.